everybody, it's April D. Priest, and we're here for another stretch and flex. Today we're going to do posture, shoulders, and back. Stretch and flex workouts are really just designed with the core in mind. You don't need any equipment. You can do them at home or in your office. If your office has air conditioning, hopefully, because you might get sweaty. So what we're going to do today are some exercises. Most of them are going to be on the floor, but if your knees do not tolerate kneeling, then we are just going to use a chair or a desk or a table, or something elevated like an ottoman if you have, or a coffee table would work. So the very first exercise that we'll do is just a T-spine rotation. So what that does is open up our chest and helps us get set up for good posture. So I will show you a couple ways to do this on the floor. If you want some extra cushion for your knees, you could just use a blanket or a pillow or a cushion. You could roll your mat up like this here. And if you have knee replacements or you just are not going to kneel, you could always also use a chair. And just put your hands here and then do everything that I'm about to do on the floor from the chair. So this would be one of them. This is one. I'll show you from the floor. So T-spine rotations are really mobility and stretch oriented. I'll just cushion my knees here. So the very first position you'll want to get in is just sort of leaning back. Go to your elbows. So if you're on the chair, you could do that as well. You're going to take one hand and put it behind your back. And for some of you, this rotation might be hard. So if that doesn't work, just put it on your hip or on your foot or on the floor behind you. So then what we're going to do is from here, turn and try to look at the ceiling. If it hurts your neck, don't look up, but just try to get your shoulder to look at the ceiling. We're going to do 6 of these. 2, reach up, big squeeze, 3, 4, you should feel things opening up, maybe in your low back. Switch sides. Other hand behind your back or wherever is comfortable. Make sure we're not shrugging the shoulders up. Think about putting those shoulder blades in your back pocket and open up to the other side. So shoulder tries to wink at the ceiling. The whole time pulling that top shoulder down into your back pocket. Don't let them creep up towards your ear. 2 more. Last one. Just moving that back, getting some mobility. Then from there, we'll come up to all fours or just on your hands on your chair or ottoman, whatever you have. And from here, we're going to continue those rotations. You're going to put your hand behind your head, tap your elbows together, open up, try to look at the ceiling. You might hear some crack, snapple. Oh boy, crack, snapple, pop. Is that how it goes? Crack. 5 more. 4, 3, big open, 2, try to get all the way up there on the last one, and switch sides. So dig your toes into the floor, hands into the floor, left hand behind your head, touch the elbows together, open up, try to look at the ceiling. 2, 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one. All right, and then the last T-spine rotation we'll do is my favorite. So we are going to get to stretch underneath the shoulder blade, which is really a nice feeling. So we're going to do something called threading the needle. You're going to take your left arm, scoot it under the right arm as far as you can go. Keep your hand into the floor and try to now peel that shoulder blade off your back. Big stretch. And then roll up to the ceiling. And we'll do 5 of those. Reach, pull, drive up and around. 2, 3 more. Put those top knuckles into the floor, peel the shoulder blade off the back, and then use your obliques to reach up, twisting at the spine. One more. Stretch and open. And we're going to switch sides. So other side. Reach under as far as you can go. Big stretch under that shoulder blade. Drive up to the ceiling. Good. And you'll find that doing this, the more often you do this, the more mobility you get. So if you don't think you're moving far enough today, I have news for you. Whatever you can do today is as far as you should be moving. And second of all, the more you move, the more mobility you get. Good. 5 of those. Take your time, and the next thing we're going to do are some posture exercises in a bird dog position. So bird dogs, same thing here. We're going to be on our knees, on sort of all fours. So if that doesn't work for you, you could always do these from a chair. So I'm going to just go through a good bird dog. So you're going to have your hands on the chair so that they're right underneath you. You don't want them way out in front, and you don't want them too close. Then we're going to take up our right leg, squeeze the glute, point the toe, push the spine up, bring the opposite arm up so my left arm comes up. And this is a bird dog. I'm going to show you these from the floor because there's a couple, I don't know, it's just easier for me to do them from the floor. And we're going to do exercises today in that bird dog position. So the bird dog forces you to control your spine and engage your core. You're using your glutes, all of your back muscles, shoulder muscles. And now we're going to use a whole bunch of muscles behind your shoulders and your rotator cuff and things that bring your shoulders back and down on your back. So this is really where our posture comes from. We spend so much time doing things here, looking at our phone here. And even a lot of the exercises that we do, push-ups and lat pull-downs, all of those exercises round us off. So if you want to have good posture, which will equate to better health, we're going to strengthen all those guys in the back. And so that's what today is about. So we're going to go into our bird dog, and you don't need any weights. If you have like little weights, like 2 pounds, 3 pounds, that's probably as heavy as I would go. No higher than 5 for sure. I have this water bottle, it's like half full, so it's probably like 3 pounds. That's what I'm going to use. All through COVID, that's when I was doing classes over Zoom with people, I was using these. So we are going, it could just be a pull-in spring bottle, it doesn't have to be anything special. We are going to go into our bird dog. So you want to dig your toes into the floor, push your spine up, push your hands into the floor directly underneath you, and you should start to feel like everything's more activated just being here. Right leg's gonna come up behind you, squeeze the glute, push the spine up, point the toe, left arm up. So from here, I'm gonna take my weight with my left arm. I'll show you so you can see. With my left arm, and I'm gonna make the left half of an A. So my arm is straight, shoulders down and back against, away from my ear, and I'm gonna pull straight up. So squeezing my lat down the side of my back. Notice I don't do this. You don't want that shoulder coming forward. Pull it back and down. And 5 more of these. 5, you should feel your oblique. 4, your lat. 2, and 1. And then we're gonna switch sides. So I'll move this way so you can see my arm. So spine up, toes into the ground, left arm up, and we're going to draw an A. So just the left side of an A. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looking for evenness in the back. 8, 9, and 10. And if you don't have any weight, you really don't need it. You can just pull and squeeze and you will feel that muscle working. Actually, with all of these posture things, the less weight, the better, because you can then get your brain into what those muscles are supposed to feel like. From there, we're gonna do W's. So we are gonna do the same bird dog position and just bend our arm like half a W. So I'll just stay here since I'm here already. And 10 W's. So up into our bird dog, extend, so left leg is up, right arm is making a W squeeze so that that shoulder is getting pulled into your back pocket. 4, 5, 6. Don't let the shoulder creep up or it'll go up your neck. If you feel it in your neck, make sure you're trying to pull the shoulder in your back pocket. 2 more. 2 and 1. And before I move to the other side, I'll just explain why that is. If you feel your neck, it's because your upper traps are working, and these are like stress muscles. And we are trying to get them to shut up. So we want the low trap to work. So if you feel it there, you have to stop for a second and rearrange everything. So I'm gonna go to my left side. That means my right leg goes up, push the abs up, elbow is bent, and I'm squeezing, pulling that shoulder blade down into my back pocket. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. You'll notice I didn't take a weight this time, and that's because it makes it awkward. If you want a weight, go right ahead, but it would make it awkward for me and you to see me. We're gonna use, you could use a weight now if you want to. We're gonna make a Y. So I'll stay on this side, right leg up, left arm up, and I'm gonna keep my thumb up, and I'm gonna go 45 degrees north of me. So watch what happens if I'm not engaging my abs. This is totally wrong. Engage those abs, push your spine up, and we're gonna do 10 of these. Just tap the floor and raise. 4, make sure your shoulders aren't creeping up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. So other toe to the ground, left leg up, point the toe, push the spine up, and 45 degrees, thumbs to the ceiling. 3, 4, 5. You should almost feel like you can feel your shoulder blade clicking into your back, like it's got its own special spot. 1, and that's good. That's the posture spot. So when those muscles are on, everything kind of comes out and sits tall, like you have the good posture like a 50s housewife, who nobody is anymore. So from there, we're gonna do eyes. So eyes are just straight forward. And it's, instead of being 45 degrees out, you come straight up. This one, it's really hard to keep those neck muscles out of. We're just gonna do 5, but same idea. So, spine up, right leg up, left arm up, straight up, thumb to the ceiling. 2, push that spine up. 3, 4, 5, other side. And again, if you're in a chair, it's the same thing. You're just standing, one arm is on the chair. 3, 4, 5. And just to reiterate, in case that, from that angle you can't see, you don't want to look like this. You want to keep the shoulder down away from your back and then pull out. But it's the same thing standing using the chair as it is on the ground. From there, we're going to go into just a row exercise. So this is the last bird dog position exercise we'll do. And I'll show you from standing because that way my arm can go all the way down. And just mindful, if you were a kneeler and you're going to come up to stand, our moment arm or our lever is longer now. Our leg bent on the floor is a little more stable here than it is here. So this exercise might feel a little more tilty and hard to control, and that's normal. So that's a normal feeling. So I'm going to start by rowing with my right arm, which means my right foot's into the floor, left hand into the chair, left leg goes up, push your spine up. Just a side note, if you're using a chair, don't use a rolly chair. I'm really brave today. And then we're going to row. Pull that shoulder down away from your back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I will show you from the floor the other side. And so the only difference is that I don't have that full range of motion. So my left arm is going to row, which means my right leg's going to go up, spine is up, and I'm just gonna row. Same idea, same exercise. I just don't get my arm all the way down, which is fine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And again, if you don't have any weight, you just get up there and squeeze that muscle. You don't really need a weight. From there, we're gonna move into the most, like the pièce de résistance for our posture. So we're gonna get into that low trap, which just runs from our spine to here. So our traps come all the way from our neck out to the side at the top, and those are the really stressful guys that pull our shoulders up here, put us in bad posture, make it harder for us to breathe. So what we're gonna do is use the bottom part of that muscle to pull everything down, make it easier to breathe, and give us better posture. So this exercise is really good at that. We're gonna take a little weight or no weight, and I'm gonna show you a few variations here. So you wanna have pretty good balance. If you're concerned about your balance, I would use my hand on a couch or something that isn't gonna move. You could put it even on a table or into the wall. I'm gonna show you with my hand on my knee, just because it's all we have, and I'm a professional. So you'll notice that my front foot points straight forward, and my bottom foot is gonna point away from me, and that's gonna give me a lot of balance so that I don't fall over. I'm gonna take my bent knee and put my hand right on it, and then I have my other hand on the weight. And I'm just gonna start with a row. So just elbow to my back, chest is out. So you don't wanna look like this, remember. Chest is out, shoulder blade down in your back pocket. And then from here, I'm gonna rotate up towards the ceiling. And some of you might only be able to get here without any pain, depending on how much mobility you have. If you're able to press from there, great. If not, all you want to do is get your arm around behind your back. Some of you, depending on how much roundedness we have in our upper back, all you want to work on is getting that elbow behind you. And I would start with 0 weight. I would just start with getting that mobility. So for those of you who can get their elbow back there, we're going to work on that and squeezing the shoulder back and just holding a little bit of weight. And then if this is too easy for you, go ahead and give it a little press. So we're gonna do 10 of those. We're gonna row, rotate, press. There's 1. Back down. Row, rotate, press. There's 2. Again, you could put your hand into a wall, into a desk, a kitchen table or counter. You could do these while you're waiting for your pasta water to boil. Work on your posture at the same time. 2 more. 1 more. And we're gonna switch sides. So I'm gonna slowly step my feet together and then turn my left leg out. Bent knee gets a hand to stabilize. The other arm's just gonna hang. Right toe points forward. So I'm making like an L with my feet. From there, shoulders are down and away from my ears. Row, rotate, press. Good. So if you can't press, don't worry, just row and rotate. Try to get that elbow around behind your back. If your back's really rounded, you might look like this, and just really try to focus on getting to here. So in this exercise also, you can pause, rewind, and do this for 2 sets. I would. This is everything we did led up to this moment. So I would try for a few sets of this. 5, 6, 7, row, rotate, press if you can. 2 more. And last one. Great. Bring it all the way to the middle. Step the feet together. And we're going to do 1 lot more exercise just to tire out those shoulders. I'm gonna go right to the floor because this is the most comfortable place to do this. We're gonna lie on our back, just scoot on down. Don't get too comfortable. We're gonna put your forehead, so if you want, you could use a towel. I'm just gonna roll the mat up, put my forehead into it, and then I'm gonna take my hands behind my head and squeeze. We're gonna do 10 of these. So make sure we're not crunching up, shoulders are down and away from our ears, squeezing the shoulder blades together. 5, 6, 7, 8, should feel it burning, 9, and 10. Take a little break, roll your arms down for a second. Then, if you're able, try to put your hands on the back of your hips. If this is too uncomfortable, you could always just put them on the front of your hips. From here, same thing, pull your shoulders down into your back pockets, squeeze those elbows together. 2, 3, just feel your chest opening, feel those traps getting stronger, feel all the muscles behind your shoulder blades pulling your back into good posture. 2, and 1, awesome. We'll just put our hands down by your head, kind of peel your face off this thing. And then I'm just gonna have you come up into an easy cobra. So this not only stretches your abs, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, you'll see that I'm extending my upper back, which this is a really nice way to end this. This is a really great way to practice good posture. All of the things that we do in front of us have our back into a flexed position. So this is a nice, relaxing way of just encouraging better posture out of our upper part of our spine. And so I'm gonna just stretch my neck muscles by taking my jawbone up to the ceiling. And then you can roll forward, slowly come up to your knees. And I'm just gonna turn around. You can go off and do whatever you want. You can shut the video off. Hopefully comment with your name so you can get credit. And they'll erase it when they see it. So have a great rest of your day, everybody.